I definitely unclicked the mute button.
Eric, everyone missed my crypto rant. Everyone missed my AI rant. Now you're gonna have to edit the episode. So, Eric, are we better off just restarting the episode and deleting the VOD? I think we are. I think you better we'll restart, Eric.
Big meme. I feel like you saw me click the button.
Eric, well, it wasn't clicked, so... We appreciate Yago Obama, Eric. We appreciate Yago Obama for coming and telling us we're muted. Otherwise, we would have done the whole episode. I literally would have killed you.
Maybe we could have used...
Because no one knows. No one watches the JoJo show.
Maybe we could have used AI to lip sync.
To redo it. Who knows?
But anyway, welcome to episode 373 of the Red Force Podcast, take 2.
Eric,
as a rogue mute button wasn't clicked.
That everyone's gonna miss our little rant about the stagnation of the human race, right?
Christian was talking about Twilight Princess and how it's the peak.
My whole point was, are we making things that are better, or are we just making things that are marginal improvements? Am I having more fun with Twilight Princess than Tears of the Kingdom? That's my question for you.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Are you an old man now?
I already said I'm an old man.
Are you that guy playing Twilight Princess and being like, but it ain't Link to the Past? Are you that guy?
I'm not that guy. I understand the pros and cons.
You might be this guy now.
No. I understand the pros and cons. But am I saying, am I having a better time? Is there such thing as a better time? That's the question. That's a philosophical question, Eric. Is there such thing as a better time?
Can it get better as childhood folly, Christian? Perhaps.
That's interesting. Now, Eric, can entertainment... Eric, entertainment... Would you say entertainment... as far as a formula, as far as a... reach a peak of where it possibly can go, would you say that reached its peak in the early 70s? Because are we making things that are more entertaining, more engaging, or are we just going... Because you could watch a movie from the 70s. Because back in the 50s, those movies, nothing fucking happens.
They were still doing plays. It was weird.
It was weird. That's what I'm saying. Back in the... Have we peaked with the entertainment value? Can more value be squeezed out of the entertainment lemon? Like technology can improve, but can storytelling improve? Has storytelling reached its apex? Is there high levels? That's my question. Are there high levels in The Godfather? Are there high levels in Pulp Fiction? Are there high levels than Mad Max Fury Road? That's my question for you.
Mad Max Fury Road. Well, that's a recent movie.
That's what I'm saying. But is it better? Interesting question.
I feel like as people age, they get into power when they're 45.
Okay.
They remake their childhood.
Yeah.
Hence, we are seeing 90s shit now.
90s edge come back.
Right. And we saw 80s only
Nostalgia.
10 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
It's a cyclical nature.
Yeah.
Of these things. As our generation, I guess, is going to do 2007 shit.
Twilight Princess 2.
Which is like Wii Music and shit, and Twilight Princess.
That's right.
So maybe it's coming back when we get into power. But it's all a cyclical nature. People resonate to the issues of the time.
But my whole question to the audience is, did entertainment peak a long time ago? And are we just chasing the dragon to find the next peak?
I feel like we're the last generation to see old movies. To see old movies.
No one else is going to see
because
old
we
movies.
Didn't have Netflix.
There's always going to be those hipsters. There's always going to be those hipsters.
But we grew up on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Star Wars and shit, right?
Eric, there's a subreddit called Older Brother Core where they pretend that they're 2,000-year-old early 2000 teens playing Halo 1. Hipsters will never go away.
I agree, but in general, our generation are the last to see older movies.
Okay.
We don't have Netflix. We don't have
Back in the day, you have to
HBO
watch
shit.
TV.
Back in the day, TV,
Back to the Future's on.
VHS, DVD.
If you're lucky.
Alright? Kids see the new movie. They don't know what Back to the Future is. They don't know what The Godfather is.
Okay.
Because it's not on TV. They're not forced to sit there and watch it. They have a million choices to do whatever they like.
Sure.
They can just sit there and watch KS all day on Twitch.
There you go. Shout out Minecraft streamers, Eric.
Now, has entertainment moved to a streaming format? Is that the new entertainment? Is it podcasting? Have we moved away from the film media?
Yeah.
The numbers would say we have.
Young Obama agrees with you, Eric. Yeah, I think Young Obama is indeed an old man. He agrees with you.
That you're just old?
No, he agrees with you that we are the last generation that will see old and new stuff.
I wonder what the kids will do. What is beta? What is
Gen beta?
What is generation beta
That's rough.
gonna even do? What are their greats?
That's what I'm saying, Eric. Have we reached the great stagnation?
Breath of the Wild will be an old game.
Old. It's old already. It's almost 10 years old. The game, it came out in 2017.
They'll start their soul's journey. They'll find it niche and exciting and kind of.
That's what I mean, Eric. Breath of the Wild was to 2017, 8 years ago. Have we upgraded the formula? No. What have we been doing for 8 years? Have the gaming industry moved past it? No. That's my point. It's been 10 wasted years.
Nintendo's about to come with a new generation, see what they cook.
It's legitimately been 10 wasted years. Nothing has...
COVID was a good 3 years of wasted time.
We go back to 2015. Nothing has fucking changed.
This is my theory, and I've talked to people about this.
Yeah.
Trump,
Yeah.
the 10 years of his political reign
Yeah.
in the political spotlight has cooked all entertainment's minds, and they're making trash.
Alright. Well, I'm just saying it's been literally 10 wasted years.
And we've seen, Christian, with all the stuff that's going on the last couple of weeks, they're like, the people voted, we've got to move on.
You know what makes me sick to my stomach? Metal Gear Solid 5 came out 10 years ago.
And it's peak. People shit on that game.
It's come back around, Eric. It's come back around.
Oh, the story. Why are you playing Metal Gear for the story? Shut the fuck up.
Everyone loves the story. But the gameplay...
Did they hate Metal Gear Solid 4 story? Was it the
oh,
whole thing?
Eric, it's exactly like... It's a Zelda cycle.
It's a Zelda cycle.
It's a Zelda cycle situation. Alright? But Eric, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain was 10 years ago. What has the medium done in that time
Elden
frame?
Ring, Breath of the Wild.
But it's the same type game.
A 3D platformer copying old Mario games, one game of the year this year.
Yeah. So, if you play Phantom Pain, it's the same design principles as Breath of the Wild.
Christian, we're almost 30. And soon we'll be in power.
Yeah.
What will we make?
It's time for innovation.
They're coming.
It's, Eric, and like, final time I'll say this. It's been 10 wasted years of entertainment.
Okay.
We've had some good shit, but it's been the same shit. It's been 10 wasted years of entertainment. A lot of people got to agree with me on this. If anyone watches this episode.
I agree.
Right? You can bring this up to your cronies in the group chat tomorrow, see what they have to say about this concept.
We've talked similar things, like...
Yeah.
It's just a political environment mixed with COVID, mixed with just like... It just makes bad media. Because no one's free to discuss their ideas.
You know what's funny?
No one's free to make their vision.
You know what's funny? I go back and I play Phantom Pain. I'm looking at Phantom Pain. I look at a game from 2025. It's the same fucking graphics.
Now, apparently...
It's the same fucking... Eric, it's the same fucking graphics.
Apparently, there's issues with the LSS. People are getting lazy.
Of course.
There's ghosting. There's all these issues that look like trash.
That's what, like... I feel like 10 years has gone past and nothing's happened. Of course, a lot has happened in the real world. I'm talking about technology, entertainment realm. 10 years ago, we were in Dressrosa. What do you think about that?
We didn't have Nika back then, Chris. We didn't have Gear 5.
We didn't have Gear 5.
We didn't have Divide the Party.
That is... Gear 5 is a new innovation.
Shanks One-Shot Kid.
That's true.
How can we forget?
Alright. Let's get into this episode. This chapter. Eric,
we go.
chapter 21 of JOJOLANDS. The plot is moving. Araki goes skip.
Like to see it.
I'm not doing the travel time to the airport. They just get on the plane, they get out. Who gives a fuck? Alright? I'm not doing the whole infiltration of the bank. He's in, he's out. I don't give a fuck. Alright? Do we appreciate, Eric, we appreciate this move at Egghead. When Oda goes, fuck you, I'm out. You know what happened? You know what's gonna happen? Fuck you, let's skip it. What are you thinking about that move?
Have we seen that specific scene
Too many times.
in every media?
Even in JoJo, it's happened many times.
Right, every single time.
The disguise,
Where
infiltration.
now it's just shorthand.
If you go long-running series, you can do it. You've earned it.
Has the media literacy of the entire globe now understand the next step of media?
That's a good
Next
question.
step of storytelling,
I
which
doubt
is
it.
just removing the travel time.
Many people have done it before, Eric. You know, Indiana Jones classic, the plane on the screen just goes across the fucking, you know.
Sure.
Show the interesting bits, alright? Don't show Indy on the plane eating peanuts.
Don't show like a rock, like, you know, magnetizing a watch.
No, Eric, we have to explain the mechanic.
4 times?
Eric, Araki doesn't want you to call bullshit on this mechanic, right? He went to extreme lengths.
You know how I feel about
Extreme
the rock.
lengths about this rock.
We're still talking about the rock
The rock's the key
and how it
to
works.
everything. Still doing it. Charming Man has taken the appearance of the bank manager. He's bluffing his way through the conversation with the bank manager's wife. He's in the office. He's telling the office people, I'm going on a trip, don't worry about me, I'm going to get that money. Right? So the infiltration has worked. Charming Man, this is why he's on the crew, to do the baboonery.
Right.
Alright? They're going to collect the cash from Howler himself. Jodio is adamant about this. Jodio is taking a more active role in the plot. What do you think about this? He wants that money.
We talk about motivations all the time, Christian.
He wants his mom to have
How
a
do you
good
feel
life.
about Jodio as a character? Do you care? Are you invested? No, you're not. You like Yusuke?
Araki goes, let me choose the hardest thing to do, and let me make him my main character.
Yeah, but still, like, you like Yusuke because he's got personality.
Sure.
Jodio has nothing.
He's a psychopath.
Have something.
He had some cool shit against Rohan, but that was a year ago. Right? He needs a cool fight. We need to see some will shit from...
So you agree that Bobby Jean's fight wasn't it?
It was too short. It just happened.
And it was the same move.
It wasn't the same.
It was literally the same move,
He's
but
gonna-
reverse.
Alright, but he's gonna reverse his stand. He's gonna evolve his stand, go do something.
Yeah. Have a cool line.
Yeah.
Have a one-liner. Dude, have Araki had the Doom face. You know,
Sure, yeah, we
do
understand.
something with it. Have him be a menace, Christian. He's not even a menace.
That's true. Do something menacing.
Like, be a menace if you're going to be a menace. He's blank. He's nothing.
We'll get to
No,
Eric.
when
I
he
feel
lights,
like
when he lights the bus on fire, I'm like, that's
that's a menace.
That's kind of interesting. But have him be a menace the whole time. Let me invest in this man's evil deeds. But we're kind of just in no man's land, floating around with this character.
Okay. Eric.
So, and what is he doing with Dragona?
Why?
Nothing.
She's very much a background character. She doesn't get a lot to do.
These are the JoJos.
They're all like this though. Except for Jolene, and people hate her because she talks. They're all just stoic, cool guys. Alright?
Seems like Paco's taking a mantle finally. Which I don't mind Paco. Again, he's not
It's
like
Paco, alright? Why are you saying it weird?
Paco.
Why are you saying
Paco.
it like you've never met a Spanish man ever before in your life?
Paco's,
Why are you saying it like you're from Texas?
Why was Paco interesting? Because of the fight.
Yeah. He's kind of a commando type character.
Right.
You understand him?
I don't know.
Alright, well we fly back to the shop, Eric. We fly back to Ellen. Let's skip it.
Right.
We're back to May's shop. What do you think about May? Still very sus. Very suspicious character. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Does he know or does he not know? high school do you know she's a high school principal? Do you remember that?
I do.
She also owns a fashion shop. She also runs a criminal organization.
A lot of hats.
A lot of hats from May. But she's talking to the crew about what the next step is, Eric. We have Lulu with us. Yusuke doing bits. We're gonna grind you down. We're gonna get ya. Don't think you can betray us. We're gonna fuck you up. Everyone's just ignoring Yusuke.
Right.
It's a good bit. Eric, you cannot deny Yusuke is a good bit.
Again, Yusuke's the best character in this show.
Because he's a fucking lunatic.
He's got personality, Christian.
Yeah. But May, why? Eric, we still don't know where he's come from and why May trusts him.
Yeah.
Is he literally a crack addict off the street? We don't know.
It's the inside man.
I think May is going to betray them all.
I can see Yusuke.
For the $5 billion.
I can see Yusuke at the end being the final villain. Imagine that.
That's crazy twist. Again, we're on to Iraqi. We know about that King Crimson stand name. Eric, he has a stand name. On as the same name as a song on the King Crimson album.
He just conveniently has a bullshit stand that doesn't do anything.
And it's conveniently named the same as a song on the King Crimson album. We're on to you, Iraqi. We're on to your little games, alright? Making us enjoy Yusuke. Very enjoyable Yusuke, Eric. But then when he turns the tides.
Gets that menace face going.
When Yusuke goes menace mode, we'll see who the real psychopath is. Alright? Alright? But there you go. Eric, she only wants to spend 7 days on this mission. It's very expensive keeping a man on life support in a back room. Alright?
Sure.
Keeping a man on life support in a back room.
Why does he need to be alive?
Because they don't want to cover up the murder, the body. It's a whole big issue, alright?
They took a corpse. They took a man from the hospital.
Yeah, but they did the camera shit.
They're in deep already.
They're in deep, Eric, but I don't want to go that deep.
Oh, alright.
I think they can get away with it.
What are they going to do? Dump the body at the hospital?
Yes.
That's worse, but you're going to bury the body. You're going to get caught if the people find the body.
He's unconscious. He doesn't know what's going on. He's in a coma.
Is it that expensive to run the machines?
She said it's $3,000 a day, Eric. She said it's a lot of money. It's
Well,
American.
they're gonna make billions.
Eric, it's an American health system, alright?
For sure, they're gonna make billions. What's a few extra days?
Eric, the hell's onto them. Alright, she knows that they're onto
We're gonna have
them.
a little countdown clock.
Alright, we've got 7 days to get it done. She's gonna inform them on what they're gonna do later, alright? She's gonna come up with a plan.
Does she know about the Rock or not?
Yeah, she's pointing to the Rock.
But she's asking questions to Lulu.
She asks it because she wants to know if Lulu knows about the Rock.
I don't like these scenes
In media.
where the audience already knows the information,
But we're gonna get the character.
but the character has to ask you. Yo,
it's very old school.
assume that conversation happened off screen and deliver the
but
audience new information.
Eric, Hunter. Checkmate. People love this shit. They want to be involved in the character scheming and talking and discussion. Right? You don't want any discussions.
They give us new info. Don't tell us what we already know.
Well, yeah. We're basically formulating a plan. Right? We'll come up with it later. The crew's on cooldown.
Right.
We're kind of just waiting for May's plan to get that money, Eric.
Mm.
Eric, did you think we would go directly to Howler and get the money off him? Because that's bold. Sending in Charming as the bank manager to get the money out of his hands.
It's kind of crazy they're assuming they're just going to take it.
May says, you corner a rich man, he gets dangerous, he gets vicious, he gets scary.
Take all these money though.
Take all his money and he's helpless. So the plan is to somehow strip him of all his cash and then he can't do shit. That's the plan.
Yeah. This is very rocky. The Goon Squad's about to come in. We'll get to the Goon Squad.
We'll get to the Goon Squad right now, Eric.
Right.
Hella is living up his lifestyle there. Drinking that juice, hanging out with that girl. He doesn't really care Eric, he's a carefree guy. He's just a country carefree guy with a nice country bumpkin accent. Alright? He's just hanging out with his lady and his juice.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking that weird pea juice that is apparently delicious, alright? The peas for the very specific area of Hokkaido, Eric. What do you think? Do you understand how many conversations are like this in Part 8? About the specific fruits and their, heritage and lineage.
Anytime anyone talks about Part 8,
Yeah.
it's always through the side of their mouth.
Part 8?
It always sounds like Cove.
No, it's not Cove.
People were upset about the ending of Part 8, Christian, of course.
People were expecting a lot. Like...
Answers that never came.
Like a certain holy man turning up.
A certain man.
Everyone just wants the holy man to come in. When is the holy man?
A certain love train, Christian.
A certain holy corpse. Where is it? Everyone wanted it to come into play at some point. Because it's hype as fuck. Eric, you have the ultimate Chekhov's gun. Jesus Christ's body. And you don't use it. You keep it in a coffin. Hidden in Japan somewhere. But we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to imply that it's here. And it's the cause of everything. But we're not going to explicitly say it. Or state it. Or tell you anything.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
Alright.
Will it come into play in Part 8? 9. Does Howler have Jesus' body?
Let's talk shop a little bit.
Yeah.
How long are these parts? How many chapters can we expect from Part 9? 100. So
unless Araki decides to end this one. He could do this one quick.
So we're about to enter into Act 2.
Yeah. We have a mission. We have a goal.
We're about to confront Howler.
Yeah.
Now we fail, clearly.
Obviously, they're going to get fucked up.
Is Howler the guy? Is he the boss?
He's the boss.
But is he the big man for the entire arc? For the entire part? Is he the big man?
I feel like we're going to do a...
Or is Merlin May going to get involved? And it's a fight, it's a struggle for the money between
I feel like
May.
she dies.
Between May and the crew.
I feel like May dies. Howler kills May. The Goon Squad kills May. The Howler kills May.
I feel like there could be a struggle after we get the money. Where like we have a twist and
I feel like Howler has to get nasty. Because after this chapter, he's told to lock in and get nasty. Now he's going to have to get nasty, right? Howler's going to have to do the Alcainu, Eric, and return fire, right?
So waiting for that.
You know what I mean? But Howler, living up the lifestyle, he starts to freak out. The car stops, surrounded by people, journalists. He's like, move the car, I'm going to fucking kill everyone. Right? Doesn't give a fuck.
No, drive through him.
Yeah. This man doesn't give a fuck, right? About the scum around him, alright? He's a real billionaire rich man, alright? So, he has to get out of the car, alright? Everyone hates Howler for his business dealings. They think he stole the land from the natives. He's still making weapons, and then the old lady wants justice for his son. He tells her to fuck off. He doesn't care, right? Howler just don't give a fuck, right? He's like, yeah, this is my land. This is my resources. My family built this fucking island. Fuck you.
We got a fair and square.
We got a fair and square, and we've been here 8 generations. I'm the real deal. Right? I didn't just come here willy-nilly, alright? I live here. I own this place. This is my place, alright? Fuck you. Right. Fuck you, scum, alright? Howler gets escorted into the building by security. He thinks to himself, he believes he's good. He believes he's a good thing for this island. He believes in what he's doing. He understands his family's lineage. He wants to keep that family lineage. It's been 8 generations, Eric. His name is not Akka, it's Acha, Eric. It's got the Italian CH. He explains that explicitly for your dumbass, alright? He explains it explicitly so the plebs can understand his Italian heritage, Eric.
Now, obviously, Italy is a key focus for Araki, just personally.
Will he have spin?
I was gonna say,
will he have the spin? Is it relevant, or is it just Araki?
Let me ask
is
you
it
a question.
Just okay?
I was about to say, is Italy a location in the JoJo land that is important?
It is important through the law of the spin.
Right, I was gonna say that. Or is it just some flavor Araki loves?
The Vatican invented the spin. What do you think about that?
Classic.
Right? What do you think about that?
They'll have spin.
Leonardo da Vinci added to the spin and added the perfect spin. What do you think about that law?
He's a hype man, Leonardo da Vinci.
Of course, the perfect, the spiral, the perfect symmetry, all that kind of shit.
Has Araki commented on the Shrouded to Ren question? I feel like that would be a very Araki
It's
thing.
in part 7. He's
Right.
looked his Jesus wrapped up in it, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Very much bright lights, all that kind of shit. Right? But Eric, Araki, Eric, I hope to God Howler has spin or some hype shit. Alright? Give us some hype. We want this man to be related.
Who's gonna teach or show Jodeo the spin?
I mean, Josuke kind of just learned it at the end. Because he, like, mastered his stand. And, like, worked out what his stand actually was. So, like, there's room for them to realize it.
Okay.
You can learn it through experience.
How does one evolve their stand?
Through battle experience, Eric. Through experience. Through
Are there hints?
how does one evolve their soul?
Through battle.
Through battle. Through experience.
How does I don't specifically remember Tux having any specific like key,
It evolves.
but there's no like.
He can shoot more things on his fingers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's no like progress or update on the evolutionary state
Yeah. What are you talking about,
of
man?
like how it evolves throughout.
It always evolves in a tough situation.
Right, but there's no like markers of like it's halfway.
No, it's not fucking Pokemon.
Right,
He's
that's
not
what I'm saying.
level 10. He's
So
going to evolve level 12.
we're never really gonna know if JoJo's
No,
close
it just
or evolving.
happens.
It just happens.
There's no XP bar.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
Or there's no like half ability.
It's like
you get.
Haki blooming, Eric. Haki blooms in the heat of battle.
I just give me something. All right. Anyway, the Goon Squad.
Goon Squad's here, Eric.
Now, because you careful with these names.
Ningbo. Alright. Shout out. Alright. But Araki's here with his classic Goon Squad. Like, we've got some
Right.
freaks in the corner.
2 freaks.
2 freaks, 1 normal.
Right.
Alright. We've got a couple freaks, Eric. We have Key West, a lawyer. Liam Chabang, a cop. And we got Ningbo, a fireman, Eric. They I guess they're undercover Howler men. Assassins, as you were. They are hired by Howler. They are hired to protect Howler. And they'll do that at any cost, Eric. Now, Eric, they want him to... Well, basically, they found Bobby Lee's body, Eric. They work out that it had to be... There's water everywhere. It's a stand attack because the bullet went through the top of his head. Impossible how this happened. It was a stand. Alright?
Yeah.
What was Bobby pursuing? There has to be a culprit. So they're on the hunt for JJ and the gang, Eric. The Goon Squad, alright? Hal wants them to find Lulu, but he won't tell them or inform them on Bobby's mission. He wants to keep that stone secret, Eric. He knows it's the key to his family's...
He needs
History.
the rock, not anyone else.
No, he needs the rock. He doesn't want anyone getting involved. The gang's job is only to protect Howler. And they remind him of that pact. Because he fucking forgot.
Right.
Did I hire you? Who are you?
Right.
This man's very carefree, Eric.
Yeah.
Key West tells him to lock in, alright? You gotta lock in. Alright? And then Liam's little worm parasite friends, Eric, start to form.
His stand.
Her stand.
Her stand.
Start to form in the glasses, Eric. Araki's zooming in like 6 times.
Right.
So you can...
See the detail.
That horror zoom, Eric. Alright? Very cinematography right there. Right? And then she goes, we will find these individuals, Eric. But those that are afraid are the ones that lose. You better fucking lock in, because you better not lose, bitch. Right? You're our payday. You better win. Right? And they show him the lead that they have, Eric. Paco. They have his military record. That's the end of the chapter.
I'll find it.
Next week, what's happening?
Well, they're on a collision course together. Do you think Araki goes straight to it?
I think he does.
Who's turn up first? Or
The
they
Goon Squad.
all of them?
Why not?
Doesn't he usually do one at a time?
He can split the fights up. Derek, again, it seems like we're at a small scale stand event this time round. Alright, we've got the worms.
Araki, I want to see you showcase Jodeo.
Yeah.
Let me get hyped by this man's sinister angles. He's nothing at the moment. Give him something.
Make him do something nasty.
Make him do something.
Alright? Something. We want to see him do something crazy. Snipe someone in the head. He already did that.
Do something hot.
We want to see him do something a little suspicious, Eric. A little... Will he betray the group? Will he do something? You know? Araki did comment, this part is a part about scumbags. Show us some scumbag shit. Now, when Jodie burnt down the bus, that was something.
Right.
Right?
But there was no reaction from the man. I know he's a psychopath. There was no... It's very nonchalant. It's very quiet.
Do you want him to be a Doflamingo-esque? A frou-frou man?
I guess. Or like he likes violence or something. Something. Give me something. He has no reaction to anything.
This is about Eric, Araki told you at the start. This is about a boy who becomes rich. Right? Will he become the new boss?
Do you feel like the motivation is paper thin and like, who gives a fuck?
He doesn't need motivation.
I guess money's money and like cool, but like he doesn't even cover that.
It's like a heist movie. You know what I mean?
But the heist movies are the characters like, oh, I'm in debt or some shit.
I think we'll get to. I think Parker will get to. Maybe Parker's backstory next week.
Maybe
military backstory.
His little crew cut and shit.
Yeah. Maybe a Parker backstory.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, what do you give this chapter?
I enjoyed this chapter. We're starting to form a little bit of a plot. We've got the Goon Squad. Maybe Hal is more active in the plot.
Is there not enough men for Hela to be a long-term villain though? Because it's only 4 men.
Fucking Araki can invent anyone he wants.
Oh, he's the other Goon Squad.
Yeah, these are the undercover goons. Where's the real assassins? You know what I mean? Hal has to call in the real assassins. He's had enough of this bullshit. Because right now we're dealing with the undercover men, Eric. The people on the pay. The people in the positions in the world that are on the paycheck. Where are the real assassins? I very much enjoyed this chapter, mainly because of the Hal interactions. And Yusuke bit is always good. Right? I'm gonna give this an 8.
I'm gonna give it a 7. Fun chapter.
There you go. Next week we hope for a little bit of a maybe a Parker backstory, maybe a what else? Fights? Or menacing?
It's the chapter where they get trapped in some trap.
Yeah.
And then the guy reveals himself at the end of the chapter, and then the next chapter they fight.
Sure. Bit of a mystery.
You know, like a shark in a bathtub or whatever.
Yeah, some shit like that. He's already done that, but yeah.
That's why I brought it up. Alright. Shanks.
How strong is Shanks, Eric? Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks. And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest, Shanks is the God King, Eric. But Eric, there's some weird thing going on, Eric. Did you see the forums voting for the top strongest?
What happened?
It is the most forum-ass pick. Number 1, Aimu. Number 2, Sakazuki. And it's basically just a 5 billion bounty. Alright? Number 3, Dragon. Derek, you're gonna get outranked by this one.
Mihawk or Blackbeard?
Number 4, Mihawk. Number 5, Shanks. Because of course the Reddit take is... Eric, the forums are where the goblins live. This is the goblin list, alright? Guess where they had Kizaru?
10.
Above Kuzan, number 6. Speed of light.
6?
Speed of light.
Eric,
I told you, it is the goblin zone.
These people do realize that.
Where'd they have Sanji? The forums do not like Sanji, Eric.
To the 30th.
41. Is that grim?
That's low.
That's grim for Sanji. Where did they have Walkery?
It's
egregious.
It's gonna be like 10 or some shit.
10? Where'd they have Luffy?
11.
It's egregious, Eric.
It's
fucking egregious. It's an egregious list. And it needs to be stopped.
Right.
Now, you cannot, Eric, the final crusade is going to be collecting the forums. And that is the deepest, darkest zone you can ever go to, Eric.
Sure.
I had my days in the battlegrounds of the Oro Jackson forums, Eric. I understand these people. These people left the Oro Jackson forums and started the BDA. And then the others went to Reddit, alright? It's a travesty over there.
Grim.
But anyway. Some people think Sakazuki's the strongest. Some people think the man sweating on the ground about the Joy Boy Haki. And how are they going to avoid those allegations?
They just move past it.
Some people think Blackbeard is the strongest. There are people out there that think Zoro could be a Blackbeard right now.
There's people think Zoro can be a lot of guys.
Alright? There are people out there, Eric, that say Dragon's the strongest. The man who said, Eric, you know what I'm sick of? Men who are saying they're going to return fire and do nothing.
Controversial tweet by me, Christian, this week.
Dragon did nothing.
Luffy's done more to damage the world government than the Dragon. That's just a factual.
That's factual information.
Undeniable fact.
Eric, and the worst of them all, the Black Blade suckers, they're literally so inept that all they read is a title and that's it. Even though Oda refuses to define swordsmanship,
they're new fans.
Even though Oda has never called Change a swordsman, even though there are 3 swordsmen in the show, Oda refuses to define it. He's the strongest. Black Blade, Eric.
Of course, how could you forget?
Of course, because the Black Blade is only about Haki. They would acknowledge every other source that says it's more about Haki. It's something greater than Haki. But Eric, I digress. Every week we come with 100% factual information.
Facts.
This week's evidence. Shanks is so strong that he can make a map of those who are afraid, because the ones who lose in the end are afraid. And we saw that firsthand.
Are you scared of the young generation's growth?
Green Ball. We saw that with Kid.
Change the song of Shane's God King. Topic of the show. The year is 2025, as we discussed. That no one saw because it was muted.
Yeah, it was a bit of a discussion. It kind of ties into talk with the show. That
you gotta make a bold play. You can't.
You know why?
You
Because
can't.
reality is fucking crazy in fiction right now, Eric.
You gotta make a bold play. Make a statement.
Yeah.
We're talking about media. You think about JOJOLANDS Part 9, Christian.
Yeah.
First chapter.
Bold.
Suspect behavior.
Very suspect behavior from that cop Eric. Will he return? We're back on the main island.
He might.
He might.
Now this is I don't know. Media is an interesting place where everyone's got a million options and can stream anything at any time. So I feel like you gotta come swinging.
Eric, here's the thing.
Is the art of the slow build dead?
No, it's an audience thing. You gotta pick the audience. You have to pick the audience. You have to go for that audience. You can't go for everyone. You pick the target demographic. You pick the audience. And
Is there a big swing in Game of Thrones? See episode 1.
Yes.
Huge swings.
Yes. A kid gets pushed out of a window and becomes a cripple because a brother and sister are having sex. So yes, there are a lot of big plays in Game of Thrones, Eric.
What else? What else is what other big swings can we think of Golden Wind part 5? Christian?
It's a slow burn. Part 5 is a slow. Eric, all JoJo parts are a slow burn.
I feel like you got that Bruno weird shit.
There's always Iraqi flavor.
Right,
the Iraqi flavor carries it.
You got that.
But if you actually think
you
about
know, you know what actually carries it?
What?
That little shot of Dio in the wallet. That's what actually carries
Iraqi
it.
knows what he's doing, Eric. And Jordan using that power once.
Right.
Shout out to Luca.
Right.
Juju, what do you think about? Imagine if Luffy used a core power once.
Crazy.
I guess it goes twice because of the snake. Because it reflected back on him. Because he summoned the snake and then He damaged a snake and he took damage.
How can you forget those?
Okay,
scorpions,
Araki, use it twice. You didn't use it once. Alright.
How do you feel like only the big swings get the attention?
I think...
Do you need a big hitter clip?
I don't think you need controversy.
Right.
Is that what are you talking about controversy?
I don't know. I'm just talking
what are you
about
talking about?
Make your statement. Make a statement on the early. Don't be afraid to show your personality.
So dial an
And
aspect
style.
to 11.
Yeah, do what the show is. Quickly, and early. Christian Dan. Controversial scenes, some might say.
Yeah.
But that's about how sexual it will ever get.
He dialed it to 11 first episode.
Right. So you understand what it is. You see the style, you see the flavour. He's also got all, the powers involved and the aliens and the ghosts and shit.
It's what the fuck's going on?
So there's a whole bunch of shit people can.
That's what I think you want. I think you want people to leave the first episode saying, "What the fuck is going on?"
Right.
That's what you want.
What is it? You know what it is. You've seen it, but you're intrigued by it, Christian. It's something with flavour, with style.
You have to be left with the question of what the fuck is this lore? What the fuck is this world? What the fuck is this event? This is crazy, something visually crazy, something crazy, Eric. You need to walk away from the first episode saying, what the fuck was that? In a good way, and I want to see more. I think you need to make the audience ask a lot of questions to intrigue them, because it's about intrigue. You make them go, what's going on? What's this? You gotta make them emotionally invested first. You gotta do the right things. But you wanna leave them with the question, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like, would One Piece survive in 2025, because you're coming out?
Yes. Chapter 1.
Could we get through Orange Town? Could we get through
That dog, Sierra Village, I don't know. Okay, we see Squid Game Season 2.
I have started Squid Game Season 1, Christian.
Season 1? Now, I skipped Season 1. I just got the notes, right? They got games and shit. What? You know what it is, right? Season 2. Of course, it follows the logic of what's going on.
The game.
But you know what? You know what's underrated?
What's that?
You know what's underrated? A genuine wholesomeness. A relationship between a screw-up son and a loving mother.
That was in the first season.
It's back. Alright.
Okay.
But you can't discount. You need the wholesomeness.
You need some kind of sincerity. Otherwise, you just like...
You gotta take it still serious. You can't be Marvel and just meme and joke all the time. You need some grounded, sweet, wholesome shit to really... Because you gotta be... Eric, if you want to do something dark, you want to do something gritty, you gotta make the people go, alright, this world's fucked up. This is a fucked up situation. But what is he fighting for? He's fighting for this wholesome shit. He's fighting for this world, for this dream.
Right.
That he can get back to this wholesome shit. That he can do what he has to do. He can live his life once again.
Indeed.
That's what you want. You need some sincerity. And that's why Chapter 1 is so good in One Piece. It has that wholesome sincerity. The relationship between Luffy and Shanks. And the sacrifice. The sincerity, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. And the Koreans know how to do it well. They've got the comedy, they've got the sincerity.
I think the tone masters that complain all the time about tone don't understand how crucial breaking up that tone is at the right moment.
You can't. Even Miura, the guy who made Berserk, knows about... He tries with comedy, doesn't work, not really. But he tries.
Because eventually, if everything's the same tone, everything just comes flat.
Yeah, you need peaks and valleys.
It's like music, Christian.
Yeah.
The same thing the whole time, boring.
Yeah, you need peaks and valleys. We appreciate that. Okay. Moving on.
To a question.
We got 5 questions.
From one guy.
Mr. Harvesting Berry. The hero of the JoJo flag. The villain
of the One Piece.
Of the One Piece. He comes in for Araki. Hey, what do you think about that? The man loves Araki, but he hates Oda. A very strange combination there.
I feel like that's...
Maybe the erudite JoJo fans that only love Part 7. The Mr. Morshes of the world, Eric. They only acknowledge the value of Part 7, but not the other parts.
Araki's a very student study man that studies manga.
He is manga. Right. Officer Berry, do you still think Acha is a main villain? Seeing him be more pollutant and cowardly makes me think not, but he could develop. I think we're going to do a sting where Howler develops into the villain. He starts off as kind of the villain, but then he, as Key West said, you got to lock in, they're going to take everything from you. They start taking shit from him. It's like, May said this as well. The rich, they're kind of lazy, they're kind of aloof. But as soon as you start taking shit away from them, they become vicious, they become like animals, they become dangerous. I think we're going to see that with Howler. He's going to get nasty. He's going to have to lock in.
He's going to use that money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. What message do you think Araki is trying to make with the Hawaiian people, telling Actor to go back to his own country? Is the mob of people in the right? I don't think it's a right or wrong thing. It's more about a society commentary.
Well, it's obviously some kind of colonial take, because they took the land off.
They apparently they earned it at a
Sure,
fair
but
bargain.
people don't buy it.
The people don't buy it. That's what Araki's saying. Araki's saying, hey, look, he got it. As far as we know, it could turn out to be
Araki's
bullshit.
a kind of author that doesn't tell the audience what the
He just
answer
does
is.
it.
He asks questions.
You gotta ask the questions. I think that's more interesting. He goes,
These
because
are-
he told us the backstory.
This is the angle of the whole... These are all the angles of one issue. You figure it out.
Because he told us the angle of the story, of the backstory. He said the land was barren. These people came in. They made good friends with the Hawaiian people. They made alliances with them. They married one of their daughters.
They use their genius to
They
fertilize
used their
land.
technology and genius from the home country, Eric, to fertilize the land, find water, and grow the place.
Right.
They then turn into a military factory, but that's what happens, all right, when the US buys your land, all right?
Right.
So, there's pros and cons there. They started off well, then they moved to weapons.
Araki does this quite a bit with,
Yeah.
with many things.
So it's more about the nuance.
He
than-
shows a issue from every angle.
Joe Dio's not a local Hawaiian. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's going to take this land from
Yeah,
them.
and like that's the thing with all these issues. There's no right or wrong answer. It's always like some bullshit that goes back 300 years. That's like a million steps removed, and every step is questionable.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Eric, what role do you think Lulu will play in the story? I think she's going to be Yusugi's sidekick, and Yusugi's going to like carry her
We're
around.
gonna like use her stand and shit, or like
Nah, she won't use her stand ever again. I think Yusugi is playing the bad cop right now, but then he's going to take her and like meme with her.
where did this kid come from?
Bobby Lee.
He just hangs around with her.
Yeah. She's an orphan.
Okay.
Hella definitely wants her for some reason. So there's some connection there. Maybe it's his daughter, who knows? Secret daughter. He's looking after. I don't know. Alright. What do you think Parker's backstory in the military will be like? Something fucked up happened, it wasn't his fault, but he got blamed.
Some kind of halo technology, I imagine.
I imagine, yeah, military munitions, because he was dishonorably discharged.
He probably
We know
did
that.
so, yeah.
He did something
there'd
fucked up,
no
but it's not
point
really
of
his
the
fault.
old lady being like, my son died from your weapons, you know.
Yeah,
They'll
maybe
be related to
covered
that.
something.
Maybe Parker blew up the guy.
That's
He
funny.
feels bad about it.
Wow.
He feels bad about
Shot a fucking RPG at
it.
him.
Right.
Misfired or something. 5. What are your predictions as hopes for the new stand users and who has the best design out of the 3? I would say Ningbo is menacing. That design is menacing. Right?
Those eyes are nuts.
He's just like,
Kind of looks like a shark.
he looks fucking crazy. Right? You know, Chabang has some sort of weird bug stand.
See, I haven't really engaged in Part 8, Christian, so I'm not used to this low-key JoJo.
Some of the Part 8 stands aren't low key. Some are. Alright? We got Chabang with some sort of bug stand.
Will the firefighter have a fire stand?
Araki won't. Araki will do some crazy bullshit. Alright?
I'm not really excited for combat in this part, I'm gonna admit.
Because you want some Muda action.
Like,
there's no power stand except for Parker.
yeah, and like, Jodio better pull something out.
We want to see something new from the boy.
Because like, does his stand excite me? No.
Yeah, it's just rain.
Does it have the potential to excite me?
Yes.
Araki, please.
Work something out with Jodio, alright? You've obviously got ideas for
Maybe we gotta mix the stands together to come up with some kind of crazy combo.
I mean, if you put up with smooth operators that were like moving fucking wetness, some crazy fucking bullshit.
Yeah, maybe we do something like that. But at the moment, very basic and very kind of whatever. So
yeah. Yeah. He says obviously the firefighter has the best design. That's true. That's true. Let's see what happens there. I'm very interested to see his take on Jodio's powers. Because he definitely does need something. But there you go.
Yeah.
That's the episode.
JoJo Shodan.
We'll be back with some chapters of One Piece. Eric, it's been 3 months and there's been 5 chapters.
It feels like it.
What do you fucking feel about that?
Fuck.
Alright, Oda, let's get in the bag.
Let's get 3 chapters in a row.
Start the year strong. Start the year strong.
Now Golden Week looms somewhere at the start
April,
of the year.
alright? It's in April.
I feel like it's every week. It's
There's
Golden
some
Week.
horse shit fucking marathon. I don't fucking know.
Right, some women's marathon that they
fucking-
shut down the country for.
I don't fucking know.
Fucking Japan.
I don't know. But please, Oda, we need some content. It's getting grim
Give
out
us
here.
a name for stabs.
Kill some. Have Stabs invade the party.
We
Do
usually
something.
should about to say kill Sanji.
Oh, I was going to kill someone, Eric.
Right,
You
okay.
filled it in with Sanji. Because you want Sanji dead. You're secretly a Sanji hater.
Sanji's
When will
alright.
you address the allegations?
He peaked with the combo in Along Park.
What about the lining and the Sig and El Sig?
That was alright.
That was better peak.
That combo's nice.
Thanks for Eric. Thanks for the light. That's Eric. That's a Sim Segawa
but,
shit.
You know, he did fall over
Yeah,
after that.
I mean,
that part.
come
So,
on,
like,
guy. I mean, yeah, but it's a very good it's a very good panel.
I like Sanji's fine.
All right, Mr.
But
Prince.
stop fighting giants so we can get some combos
Eric,
going.
how do you feel that Sanji's final opponent is going to be Crocodile?
Oh, this
How do you feel?
This beam again.
How do you feel about that?
Sure.
Mr. Prince returns. I was Mr. Prince all along, Crocodile.
I gotta respect Mr. Prince again, because I feel like people overblow it.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It starts in
Remember
Little Garden?
Little Garden when he's not in the arc, and then at the end
He turns up at
like,
the end and he's like doing cool shit.
he like picks up the phone because the
Yeah, it's
unlockies
like,
aren't there.
I'm Mr. Prince, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout
And
out
then he
to
turns up and he's like, leaves him notes and shit. Mr. Prince did this. It's very good, Eric. People enjoy Mr. Prince. When will he return?
Never.
It's like Soga King, Eric. When's Soga King gonna return?
It's like a no.
I still like a no. Because the Sanji's still in the story. Alright?
Okay.
There you go. Takes Soga seconds to go King.
Good night.